Welcome back to the ICF Mountain House build. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's very foggy and misty up here on the mountain, and we've been getting quite a bit of rain. The framing is not quite complete, but we're complete enough that we can start putting the roof on, and that's what we're going to start doing today because we've been getting so much rain. It's raining all over our brand new house, so trying to get the roof on, or at least the underlayment on today. Got the materials delivered a couple days ago. The guys have just shown up to start setting up, and we're going to get to it right now.
Roofing tools.
That's roofing tools? Roofing tools. A lot of people have been asking, are we going to do a metal roof? We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Well, that's coming up. First things first, this is the ice and water shield. This is the MT ice and water shield, which is a peel and stick membrane. And this is the underlayment, which is a polypropylene woven underlayment called UDLX. Both of these products are from RoofAquaGuard, which is a brand of Isiah Industries. The actual roofing system will go on top of this after we get this on today so that our roof will stop leaking like a sieve. But what we're using for the roofing is still a surprise. You'll see that in a little bit later. We just vacuumed this out yesterday, and it got, I don't think it rained. I think this is just from fog. So the sooner we get something on the roof and get these openings covered, the better.
Hey, look, a harness.
Well, it has to have me as a... Got the certificate of insurance, good to go. Make sure you have that before you start a job. So this is a piece of the ice and water shield. It's pretty thick. It's kind of like a bituminous thing. Peel and stick. You put this on the eaves and along the gable rakes. It's pretty heavy duty. It's self-sealing, so you can put a nail in it if you have to. It's good stuff. Okay, we won't keep you in suspense any longer. This is what we're doing for our roof. We're using steel shingles in this weathered cedar wood grain pattern. Lifetime roof. Everything locks together. Pretty cool system. This is Dale. He's the metal roof guy. He's here to help us install this system. We've been installing this type of metal roof for quite a while.
Right, since 1990.
Since 1990. Specifically this system.
The aluminum shingles.
The aluminum shingles?
But they're very similar.
Very similar. What's the difference between installing like metal or steel shingles versus a regular metal roof versus asphalt shingles? I know it takes quite a bit more time and labor.
Yeah, the metal's a lot different than asphalt shingles. Just instead of a drip edge, you have a starter strip and drip edge, and it just all locks together.
Right.
Better.
Right. I noticed though a lot of the shingle panels, when you get to a valley or something, have to be kind of custom cut and bent and all that, so that adds a little bit to the install time.
Yeah, quite a bit.
But overall, in terms of quality and longevity of the steel shingles versus a different type of roof, how does that compare?
Oh well, the metal's a lifetime roof.
Okay.
So
instead of a 25 or a 30 year.
Right, and 25 or 30 is pretty generous for asphalt shingles.
Right. Right, because as soon as you install asphalt, it kind of the grit starts coming off.
Right,
a little bit,
right.
Yeah. And so we are putting ice and water shield along the eaves here and probably up along the rakes, I guess.
Yeah, and in the valleys.
And in the valleys. And what this is that product. What's the purpose for this stuff? Really? You don't see it in all installs, but
usually like 2 rows along the bottom, so about 6 feet. And the theory is that when you have ice build up, that some water from time to time can get behind the shingles and go under. So this keeps it from getting to the decking.
Right.
Because it actually seals the nails and everything.
Okay, so do you overlap this over the sheeting, or do you put this down and then when you lay your underlayment over it, you overlap the underlayment? How does that work?
Do you mean like on the fascia?
On the fascia, yes.
Yeah. Normally we'd do this. Try to get this to go over the fascia.
Over the fascia, like an
Yeah,
inch or
it's a
so?
little harder, because it's so thick, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because what we'll do is we'll put this down, and we normally put the underlayment from that point up.
Okay.
We don't normally
so you
cover
lap,
this.
you lap this a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
Right, like 6 inches.
Gotcha. All right. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to try and get done today before it starts raining, or as much as possible. It's going to rain, I think, in about 4 hours. So
Right.
we're going to try and get this dried in.
Right. You normally don't need to nail this down, but we're going to button cap it down.
Right. It's sticky, but it also depends on the
This
weather you're
time of
working
the
in.
year, yeah, it's still a little chilly.
So if it was 70 degrees out, this would probably be nice and sticky.
Yeah, it would definitely.
But today we're going to nail it for sure.
Yeah.
Just for good measure. All right, I'll let you get to it, and we'll just do some time lapse.
Okay.
Ice and water shield is on, and now they're working on the UDLX, the underlayment. So as soon as we get that finished, we can start doing trim metal and starter strips. So right now we're working on this layout of how the different, how you cut the shingles so that you can kind of make it look sort of random, I guess, right?
Right. Just we don't want the pattern to repeat.
Right. So you can cut 4 different panels 4 different ways, and that sets your pattern. Is that how that works?
Right. On this shingle we'll do 3.
3?
And we're using the fold over gable, so we're gonna cut this and bend it over. The regular gable, this would you just cut it even and this slides into it.
Gotcha.
This is a little better, a little more watertight. Doesn't get debris stuck in it.
Okay. Is this the starter strip you call it? Or
This is the gable trim, and this is the starter.
Okay.
And this goes on, then this, and like your first shingle locks into here.
Right.
Along the bottom edge.
And this is also your drip edge, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then this shingle locks into this.
And what's cool
Gable.
about this particular system is that it locks on all 4 sides.
Right.
So as you lay each one, they're all locked together.
Right. And then your fasteners go in the top.
Right.
And your nick shingle goes over top of it.
Gotcha.
So you don't have any exposed fasteners.
No exposed fasteners. Locks 4 ways. Those are 2 other cool things about it.
Right. Yes, the weathered cedar. It's a 2-tone paint scheme that looks really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at a bunch of different samples. They make a whole collection of different painted patterns. We looked at slate, and we almost picked slate, but this is a weathered cedar pattern, and the paint lasts for you can repaint it if you want after like 50 years, but you should never have to replace the actual metal. So I don't know that you'd get tired of this pattern, but if you did, you could paint it. And it's also warranted against like dents and stuff from hail.
Right, it won't be perforated by hail.
Right.
It won't ever leak because of hailstones.
120, yeah, 120 mile per hour wind rated as well, right?
Right.
So as long as it's put on correctly by
Correct.
someone who knows what they're doing. getting the vent pipes roughed in so that they can flash around it and continue doing the roof part. He was great enough to just kind of hurry up and get over here real quick so we could get that done so we can continue the roof. And that's that. Level. Thank you. Number 2 board and screws.
Alright. 2 vents. And we should be good to go, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Now I gotta put a bucket under it.
Yes.
That'll bite you if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, you gotta watch all this. This is heavy coil here.
Alright, so we got the first piece of starter strip and the first shingle up. He's going to build that.
Set that up there.
He's going to make that head wall piece, which is the part that faces us, and that side wall piece, and then lock the shingle into it. It's a long way down.
Yeah, they always say don't look down.
Angel's not afraid. Alright. So you don't even worry about where the nail holes are, you just nail it.
Well, you can aim for the hole. If you're hand nailing, the hole is very nice.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
If you're using the gun, that's a good pattern.
Yeah. Cool. This is looking real good.
Yeah, I'm really liking this shingle.
It's hard to see from down there, like the pattern and
Yeah, you don't see these sections so much.
yeah,
You just see the
raised
grain.
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You see this edge pretty good, but
This is definitely a lot more tedious than I thought. Like, this is not a DIY project, really.
I don't think so.
Unless you're super patient and have all kinds of time on your hands. I don't know.
Memory's not what it used to be.
So we got our ice and water shield in the valley. We got our underlayment over top of that. And shingles go on top of that.
This off, try to get it and tuck it in a little bit. You can cut this, you know, leave it hang over like an inch down to there, and then let that flop down. We'll have to cut a little triangle piece out, and then this will go all the way up under there. We won't have to cut it or anything.
If you have a roof project coming up and you're interested in doing a metal roof, I highly recommend you take a look at these Centura steel shingles from Green American Home. I'll leave a link in the description, but basically they've been in the metal roofing business since 1980. They have a lot of options, colors, patterns. This roof also has a lifetime non-prorated warranty, so both materials and labor are warranted for the life. The finish on these will never fade. They don't dent from hail. 120 mile an hour winds don't affect it. The steel is sustainable, recyclable. All the steel that goes into these shingles is made in America, and the actual shingles are made in America. There's no black mold or algae going to be growing on these like there would be possibly with asphalt shingles. These are a heck of a lot lighter than asphalt. They're about 80 pounds per square for the steel versus asphalt, which is super heavy. And finally, what I like about it is they've designed it as a whole system. So, you know, your gable trim, your starter strip, drip edge, valley metal, all of the ridge caps, they all go together, and they're designed to go together. So that's going to do it for this video. We are going to use these as well for the roof porches when that part comes around. But next video, I hope, will be finishing framing and setting windows. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.